in Kununurra, north of Broome, headland area, yeah. And they have a different style too. They have different style. In the Northern Territory, they'll play more higher pitched style, faster style. Yeah, very, very different, very unique.
Western is more the sea around there.
Slower style, yeah. And you can tell by the styles where they've sort of come from, you know, what they use. Have you heard of song lines? Have you heard of the song lines? In Australian culture, the song lines is there's lines that crisscross all over Australia, invisible ones. They're dreaming tracks, but they have a song, and the songs are like maps, and the songs describe the land and tell of the creation stories of how mountains were formed or how different animals came into being, and so when they be initiated and learn the songs, they would go on walkabout, and they'd walk these dreaming tracks, and they would sing their way across the country. The songs would have exact pauses and phrases because it'd be describing the land. So as someone was walking their territory, they would sing the land and the description, and then they'd get to the end of their territory and it'd be a different language, but the melody of the song would stay the same as it wove through the country, but the language and the description of what was around would change. So you would never find a lost Indigenous person because they would sing their way across the country. And as they're singing their way, they're re-singing the creation stories, because their belief everything is sung into being. Everything is sound vibration. Nothing is solid. It's the word in Christian terms. First there was the word, God said let there be light. First there was vibration, vibration became light, and light forms all that is. So as they would walk on the dreaming tracks and re-sing, they would re-energize the land. They would give it meaning, reason for being. As European people came and removed them from the land and stopped them from speaking the languages, disconnected them from the songs, they weren't able to re-sing the ancestral songs. Because as they would do the walkabout, they would become that ancestor. They would become the living ancestor, re-singing it as it was sung at the beginning. And that's partly how they maintained the land for 100,000 years without changing anything in it. They were custodians and walked softly upon it. And they understood and learned. You know, to the European people, the land would look like a harsh environment. But it wasn't that way for Indigenous, because they knew where all the roots were, they knew what all the plants were, they knew what the animals were. It was like a giant backyard where they just knew it so intimately that they knew all the places to get food. They always were safe in it, right? They understood it. So that's what songlines are. That's what they're all about. And the didgeridoo is a big part of. To them, it's like when they play, it's an interdimensional doorway to connect to the ancestors, or these energies that weave themselves through creation. So when they play didgeridoo, you open yourself up to. And my experience never being a religious person, to when I started playing and having a direct contact with these beings, I realised there was a lot more to life than we've been told. And that the Dreamtime stories, or these beings, they aren't just some myth. They still live now. And the traditional Indigenous people still connect with these. It's just because we stop believing in it doesn't mean that they go away. They're still in the land, in the animals. Does that make sense? What would you like? Maybe I'll change it up. Because I don't know how long we've got to go.
Just one more song, maybe?
One more song. Maybe I'll share something else with you. Thank you for all listening to me and letting me share with you what I've learned. Have you seen these before? Yeah, these are really cool. They're from Ghana in Africa. The thing was, by learning the didgeridoo, it opened me up to rhythm itself, and music, and double tone, and so I kind of relate to the world through my ears, really. It's just how I am. Some people are more visual, some people are different, but to me, I listen and I get a lot of information from people and from things through sound. These are from Ghana. The kids will only play this and learn about rhythm. They're made from a type of tree called the oscillatoire, and it means kind of tobacco pouch because the elders would put tobacco inside them. But then for the kids, they put the string on and put stones inside it, and they become a musical instrument. So they're really amazing because as I play this, and when I let go of this one, you'll see that it moves around. And you can start catching it. Catch it that side, catch it that side. You can do all sorts of stuff with it. Then if you get two of them going, right, I can do one rhythm in one hand. If I do another on the other one. So you start doing polyrhythm. Get tired of this joke,
It's all good, brother.
This is where I like to say to the ladies in the house that us men can multitask too. I'm doing this and I'm talking to you, got the feet going. But this is really interesting because as I learned these, I learned some remarkable things about myself, but about the body, about our mind and our relationship to our body through our thoughts, through our consciousness. And I learned by practicing things so that my body could do it without me thinking about it. So I could do this and I'm talking to you, watch TV, look around, but somehow there's an intelligence operating in my body that's keeping this going. Right? This is kind of proof that consciousness moves matter. Consciousness is in matter. Right? If I want to move my arm, I move it. It won't move until I consciously decide to move it. But once I move it, I can kind of set it on autopilot, you might say. Right? Be able to do it. I'll try a trickier one, which I demonstrated just before. Each shake, however many shakes the pattern does, that's what the time signature is, or time feel. So this one's in 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. If I want to do 3, don't catch it. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. If I want to do 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I want to do 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Like that, right? So then you can start combining the two. So if I do 5 in one hand, 7 in the other hand, it sounds like this. One. So it takes 35 of these shakes. 7 times 5 is 35. Takes 35 for it to come around and repeat itself again.
You have to keep your tongue out while you do it.
I don't know what my tongue's doing.
I think it helps.
Could well be, yeah. But and in Indian music, as you would be aware of, there's like some of those tabla phrases and musical phrases, ragas will go on for 100 of these before the whole song completes itself and comes back again. But I found that music and rhythm is all just simple numbers. A lot of my music for me is I hear it in patterns, numbers. Like I go like this. 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. down again. Right, so I learn when I hear rhythms, I might be da kadika tika da kadito da kadiko tika tika da da giluga 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 da kadika tika kado da kadika tika 1 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 tika tika da da tika da da tika da 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 tika da tika tika da da tika kado da da da. And I can do the same rhythm, but da 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 da. And that's like tabla language and
Totally like tableau.
Yeah.
so it's, you know, didgeridoo opened up for me, like, you know, by practicing connecting with my body, so that, you know, I can do this with my hand and then not think about it again. And this will just go on infinite until I consciously decide to stop. So it's taught me that consciousness moves matter. When I want to raise my arm, up it raises. Can you pass me a cup for a sec? See, consciousness just moved matter. I just don't even do what I want. Any other questions?
Just let her by.
All right, I'll play one more final song for you. Thank you for being a good audience and
This is great.
stuff and supporting me. I've got some
Thanks,
CDs
Sean.
there
Wow.
that if you're interested in.
Maybe you could leave me some.
I will. I was going to ask you.
Yeah, I'd love to have some here for my customers, and yes,
I'm going to be spending hours doing that.
yeah, super.
It's hard to do.
All righty. You can, fellas can join on the drum. Please join me.
Nice.
Thank you again. Thank you, Judy. Thank you, Dave.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Thank you all.
Thank you, Shine.
You can find me on Facebook if you want to become friends or know any more. Trevor's excellent beach player and teaches here too, so if you're interested in learning.
Trevor doesn't know it, but he's going to be teaching here.
Yeah, if you want to be in touch with me.
And I'm going to leave some cards out here too for the drum circles. Because Trevor comes to those drum circles and ditches over people as a healing practice. So you might be interested in getting involved in that.
That
Yeah,
is
awesome.
Amazing.
We're going to start creating some great business deals.